Hello guys, this is Geranium Battle, coming at you with a low-level beast deck profile that I've been working on. Now, might as well just jump right on into it, starting off with a Baby Raccoon Ponpoko. When you normal summon Baby Raccoon Ponpoko, you get to special summon a level 2 beast-type monster from your deck face down, so you're going to go for your Baby Raccoon Tantan, who will be able to get you another special summon when he gets flipped up. The only problem with Ponpoko is that she has the restriction where you have to be special summoning beast-type monsters for the rest of that turn, which isn't a problem with how the deck runs. So you're going to be normal summoning your Baby Raccoon Ponpoko probably when you already have a level 2 beast-type monster on your field, and then you'll just be going into your number 64 from that, or if you have your egotistical ape in your hand, you're going to have that Baby Raccoon Ponpoko, and then you're going to special summon that egotistical ape, and you're going to go into a Voltic Bicorn or a Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree, depending on what you have. Now, your Baby Raccoon Tantan, usually you either just set it from your hand or you special summon it with your Ponpoko. Baby Raccoon Tantan, when it gets flipped up, usually you'll be special summoning your Kalantosa, mystical beast of the forest, from your deck. And then when Kalantosa gets special summoned, you get to pop one card on the field. Really, really good. And the only problem is if you have already used up your Kalantosas, you're probably going to be going for your Nimble Momonga in defense position. But otherwise, there's not all that many targets with your Baby Raccoon Tantan getting into the late game, so that can be a problem with this deck, but it usually isn't. Next, your Bubonic Vermin. Bubonic Vermin, really, really good with your Plague Spreader Zombie. Bubonic Vermin, when he gets flipped up, special summon another one from your deck face down, all ready to be flipped, all ready to special summon another Bubonic Vermin from your deck. Bubonic Vermin works really, really well with Plague Spreader because that level 2 tuner Plague Spreader plus that level 3 Bubonic Vermin goes into your Frozen Fitzgerald. And what will happen is you'll have one Bubonic Vermin, special summon another one, Plague Spreader into Frozen Fitzgerald. Next turn, flip up that Bubonic Vermin, special summon another Bubonic Vermin, special summon Plague Spreader from your grave. Second Frozen Fitzgerald. That's right, one Frozen Fitzgerald per turn if you have your Bubonic Vermins. So they're really, really good. Egotistical Ape. Egotistical Ape is a good spam card. If you have him plus another beast-type monster in your hand, plus any other beast-type monster either on your hand, in your hand, or on your field, you use Egotistical Ape. You have to ditch that beast monster to special summon him, and then when you do, you can keep his level the same. You can increase his level by the level of the ditched monster, or you can decrease his level by the level of the ditched monster, or keep it level 5, which is what I usually do. So let's say I start out with in my hand with a Kalantosa, which I don't want to draw, a Baby Raccoon Ponpoko, and an Egotistical Ape. So what will happen is I will normal summon the Baby Raccoon Ponpoko, special summoning a Baby Raccoon Tantan from my deck face down, then use Egotistical Ape, ditch the Kalantosa to special summon him, don't change his level, and then I've got a level 5 tuner, level 2 beast-type monster go into my Voltic Bicorn over here, and then my Voltic Bicorn is live if they destroy it. Next, Genix Ally Birdman, really, really good early spam card. Works well with all of your level 2 beasts. He's a dark tuner, so he gets out that Frozen Fitzgerald pretty easily. Goldfax of the Nordic Beasts works really well with your Tangnoster of the Nordic Beast. And if your opponent happens to be playing Synchro Monsters, you can special summon him, maybe. It never really happens for me, but you can. Next, Junk Synchron, level 3 Dark Tuner, special summon any of your level 2 beasts, and you go into that Frozen Fitzgerald once again. Frozen Fitzgerald is just really good in this deck because you don't even have to care about the back row. Next, your Kalantosa. You don't want to draw this card. Probably the only card in this deck you don't want to draw because you want to special summon him with the Tantan and then pop a card. If you have him in your hand, there's practically no way that you can special summon him. So that's the only downside to this Kalantosa, which is why I only play 2. Next, Key Mouse. Key Mouse searches out any other beast from your deck. Also, sometimes you can synchro with him since he's a tuner, but that usually doesn't happen. Next, Nimble Momonga. Nimble Momonga, really, really good in this deck. Special summon him out with your Tantan, special summon him out with your Ponpoko, and if he gets destroyed, then you get to special summon 2 more from your deck, and you gain 1000 life. It's just really, really good. Next, your Nimble Musasabi. Nimble Musasabi, when he gets destroyed by battle, inflict 500 damage, and then his special summon effect can be good in certain situations. You get to special summon 2 more of him from your deck to your opponent's side of the field. If you're playing a mirror match, this is bad. If you're playing against a deck that likes to spam, rank 3, rank 4s, anything like that, doesn't like to synchro, then this is really, really good. Because what will happen is they will have 2 clogged spaces on their side of the field that they can't do anything with. And especially if you can do this where you can get the Ojama trio along with the 2 Nimble Musasabis, then they can't do anything, and then you basically proceed to do whatever you want until they lose. Next, your Plague Spreader Zombie. Plague Spreader Zombie works really, really well with your Bubonic Vermin, and that's about it. You can also use him to, if you have him in the grave, you can special summon him by putting a card on top of your deck, then XYZ with any of your level 2s to make Gachi. And then after you've done that, then he goes back to the grave so you can use him again. So he's really, really good in that aspect as well. Next, your Super Nimble Mega Hamster. Super Nimble Mega Hamster, when he's flipped, you get to special summon a level 3 or lower beast type from your deck face down. This is really, really good with your Tantan. This is really, really good with your Bubonic Vermin. And basically just keeps a field presence on the field. Next, your Tengnjostir of the Nordic Beast works really, really well in this deck. He gets special summoned when one of your monsters gets destroyed by battle, which happens a lot. So what will happen is, let's say they attack into your Nimble Musasabi. Then you go, okay, I'll special summon my Tengnjostir of the Nordic Beasts, and you get 2 Nimble Musasabi. The Nimble Musasabi can't attack over the Tengnjostir, and next turn, I get to, if I special summon Tengnjostir in defense, I get to put him into attack, special summon a Tengrisnir or a Goldfax later in the duel. And it's really, really good because you just special summon it right from the deck, and you get to synchro summon usually with that effect extremely easily. For instance, if you have Tengnjostir in defense, you can put him to attack, special summon a Goldfax from the deck. That's a level 4 tuner, level 3 non-tuner. You get your Voltic Bicorn very, very early. If you have a Tengrisnir in hand or a Goldfax in hand, then you can flip him to attack, get the other one from the deck, and then normal summon the last one, and that's a level 3 non-tuner plus a level 3 non-tuner plus a level 4 tuner equals your Thor, Lord of the Aesir, which is just a really, really good card. And then you've got the Goldfax of the Nordic Beasts in the graveyard in order to keep it out there and to keep your field presence if they destroy him. And then you get to inflict 800 damage, so it's really, really good. Next, Tengrisnir of the Nordic Beasts, when he's destroyed by battle, special summon 2 tokens. Really good if you have just a Goldfax and a Tengrisnir. You can let the Tengrisnir die, and then you get the 2 tokens. Normal summon the Goldfax, and you've already got your Thor. And it's also really good for just sitting there and taking hits, because just like Dandelion, you just get to special summon the tokens, and then you get an extra 2 attacks that don't hit your life points. Fabled Cerberus. Fabled Cerberus is in here mostly for the Fabled Unicorn. Fabled Unicorn is really, really good if you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, then your opponent's everything is negated. So let's say you have Fabled Unicorn. You summon him, and then they bottomless trap hole him. That's okay, since you both have 3 cards in hand, your Fabled Unicorn is unaffected, and the bottomless just goes to the grave. So he's a really, really good card if you're up against a lot of back row, and he's also a pretty good beater in certain situations. That 2300 attack. What would happen is probably you'll have the Tantan face down, flip him, summon the Cerberus from the deck, and then you can easily just go into your Fabled Unicorn, because that's level 2 tuner, level 2 non-tuner. Next, Closed Forest. Closed Forest, MVP of the deck. This card is so good. Okay. You use it, and your opponent cannot activate any more field spells. That's pretty good already. Zombies are shut down by this. Vampires are shut down by this. What is it? Necro Valley, which is the Gravekeepers, is shut down by this. All these different decks that have their own field spells are shut down by this, and it's and not only that, the Closed Forest also boosts all of your Beast-type monsters up by 100 attack for each guy in your grave, which is why there's so many things like Key Mouse and Baby Raccoon Ponpoko, which just gets stuff into the grave, gets stuff on the field so they can go back into the grave, and it gets the Closed Forest up to ridiculous amounts of boost. I've gotten this guy, Baby Raccoon Tantan, 0 attack. I've gotten him to attack over level 5 Synchro monsters. I don't know. It's just Closed Forest's effect. It's just way too good, and it gets me from losing positions into winning positions so many times. Next, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon gets rid of the problem trap cards like Vanity's Emptiness and the Skill Drain. Skill Drain, really, really annoying for this deck. Mystical Space Typhoon it. Just get that out of the way. Next, Obedience Schooled. Oh my god, Obedience Schooled is really, really good. For some reason, it's dropped in price a little bit from when it first came out. But it's still really, really good. You just special summon any 3 level 2 effect monster beasts from your deck. Their effects are negated, but that doesn't matter. You'll be making at least 2 number 64s. Or failing that, you'll be making a Fabled Unicorn and a number 64 or some other really, really awesome play. Because you'll special summon 3, and then you'll normal summon another level 2 beast type monster, and you'll just go into the Unicorn if you summoned a Cerberus, or you'll go into 2 number 64s if you do want to do that. And if you get out the 2 number 64s, that's awesome, because then they can't be destroyed based on their card effects. Because if you have another beast-type monster, it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and they are beast-type monsters. So it's really, really good synergy. Next, after the Obedience Schooled, Terraforming. Oh, sorry, going back to Obedience Schooled, one thing is you need to control no monsters. It's not that your opponent needs to control monsters, you just need to control no monsters. So it's really, really good. And you can't special summon anything but beast-type monsters for the rest of that turn, which is why you'll be going for the Unicorn and the number 64 rather than the Gachi. Next, Terraforming. Terraforming to get that Closed Forest ASAP, because Closed Forest is just really, really good. Next, Bottomless Trap Hole. Bottomless Trap Hole, and Compulsory Evacuation Device and Torrential Tribute are just in there because they're really, really good trap cards that can just get rid of problem monster cards. Next, the Horn of the Phantom Beast. Horn of the Phantom Beast is very good in this deck. Almost everything is a Beast type or Beast Warrior type. No Beast Warrior types, just Beast types. And they gain 800 attack, which is really, really good with Closed Forest as well, because you'll be gaining a lot of attack. And then when they destroy a monster, you get to draw a card. So you just get to keep that engine going. And sometimes your opponent just can't deal with a high attack. And finally, Ojama Trio. Ojama Trio is a Tekken card, and it actually won me a game once where I was playing against a stall deck where they had Imperial Iron Wall on the field, and they had a Rainbow Karibo in the grave. And they had 3 of the of the customs, the continuous trap card that protects other continuous trap cards. So I couldn't just get rid of it with Mystical Space Typhoon. And just so you know, they had 2 Rainbow Kuribohs engraved, so I couldn't just bounce it back with Compulsory Evacuation Device. So the only way I was going to stop it is actually, let me just show you Rainbow Kuriboh's effect, because when it's in the grave, you get to special summon it when someone makes a direct attack against you, and then the direct attack just, they don't get to actually direct attack you. So in that way you save yourself. And then the Imperial Iron Wall does not let it get banished, which is its bad effect from that. So this is the effect that he kept using, and the only way I was going to stop it is by not direct attacking him. So I had that Ojama trio, and it was able to special summon the Ojama monsters and give enough damage for game. Next, onto the extra deck. Triple Frozen Fitzgerald. Frozen Fitzgerald is just a really, really good card. That 2500 attack. Also, it has an effect where if it's the only card on the field, and this happens sometimes, and it gets destroyed, then you get to discard a card, bring it right back. So it has some good field presence there. Next, Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree. Really, really good synchro monster. You can't be targeted. It can't be targeted except during your main phase 2. If you go into battle phase, you must go into main phase 2 in between going to the end phase. So if you never want to be targeted, then just skip your battle phase. And this is how I won against Infernities, is how I just kept Leo out there, and then they didn't get rid of it when it was summoned. So I just kept it out there, and they couldn't get up enough attack to get over it, and I wouldn't let it go to main phase 2 so that they could Infernity break it and then attack me for game. So I just kept it there, and then he decked out. And that's how I won against Infernities. Next, Lightning Tricorn. Lightning Tricorn is really, really good. If you have the Voltic Bicorn in the grave, then you summon your Tricorn, and then you can just bring out the Bicorn when the Tricorn dies. So, this is really, really good with your number 64. If you have a number 64 plus a Lightning Tricorn and a Voltic Bicorn in the grave, then when your Tricorn dies, the number 64 still gets to have a Beast-type monster on the field with it, because the Voltic Bicorn will come out. So it's just another stall card to get to your number 64. And then when they kill the Voltic Bicorn, the top 7 cards of the deck are milled. So it's really, really good in that aspect, because against a lot of decks, they just deck out extremely quickly if you take this top 7 cards of their deck and put them in the grave. And you can get rid of Exodia pieces and all this kind of stuff. That's just really, really good. Next, Fabled Unicorn. Fabled Unicorn works well with Fabled Cerberel. You get to negate your opponent's effects a lot of the time, and it's really, really good. Next, Thor, Lord of the Aesir. That 3,500 attack. Also, negate all of your opponent's effects. Also, brings himself back at the end phase. It's just really good. Next, Gachi Gachi Gantetsu. He's a good stall card sometimes. He gets it takes 3 attacks to get rid of him, and also he boosts everything by 400 when he's on the field and has his 2 materials underneath him. Next, number 64. If you have 2 of these guys, it's really, really good, which is why I play 3 of them, because sometimes the opponent just banishes one of them with a Dimensional Prison. I'll just make another one and it's fine. His other effect, really, really good with Closed Forest. If you have a Sandayu on the board with a Closed Forest and some number of monsters in the grave, then the Sandayu will get boosted to some amount. Let's say you have, 5 monsters in the grave, so it will be up at 1,500. Then when you detach using the effect, the token that comes out will have 1600 attack because Sandaiyo will gain that extra 100 from Closed Forest before the token is summoned. So the token will have 1600 attack. Then it will get the boost from Closed Forest, so it will be at 2200 attack. Then, if you summon another token after that, the next token will have the 2300 attack plus another 700, so that's 3000 attacks. So you get a 3000 attack monster just from having one number 64 and a Closed Forest. And I was actually able to get, I'm actually regularly able to get over 8000 attack on these tokens just because of the synergy between number 64 and Closed Forest. Next, the side deck. The side deck is filled with cards that I just feel did not make the cut. And I do recognize that this is a 60 card deck, so I probably could have fit them in, but I still don't think that they're good enough to fit into this deck. Starting off with Green Baboon, Defender of the Forest. Green Baboon, Defender of the Forest, special summons himself whenever one of your monsters is destroyed by a card effect. This never happens to me. I don't know why, but every single time I have Green Baboon in the hand or in the grave, it does nothing. It never comes out because my opponent never destroys my monster by effects. Which is why we say no. We say no. And then we take it out of our deck. Next, Mind Mole. Mind Mole, it can't be destroyed by battle once per turn, and then also once you synchro summon with it, you get to draw a card. So that's okay, but it doesn't get to special summon any monsters, so I didn't feel like it had enough synergy. Next, the Nimble monsters. This is what I originally had in my deck. I originally had the Nimble monsters along with a Foolish Burial, and what you'd do is you'd Foolish Burial the Nimble Angler, and then you'd special summon, let's say, 2 Nimble Musasabi, and then you'd go into a number 64. So in that way, it's really, really good. And when you destroy the Nimble Sunfish, or kill it by battle, then it will ditch the Nimble Angler from the deck, and you can do the same thing. And it's a way to quickly spam monsters, but what I found is usually I'd either draw into these way too often, and they're not good to draw because they only work. I can only really send them from the deck to the grave because I can't send them from the hand to the grave unless I'm playing this really, really specific synchro monster, and then it just doesn't work. So that sucks. And usually what would happen is I'd draw the Sunfish really, really late game, and I'd have the Nimble Anglers in my hand, and then I just can't do anything with it because the Nimble Angler won't special summon anything, and the Nimble Sunfish doesn't really have any targets. So that sucks. And I don't play Nimble Manta because I don't like Nimble Manta. Because once again, my cards don't get destroyed by card effects, they get destroyed by battle. Next, Raikou, Lightsworn Hunter. You can special summon him with your Ponpoko, and you can special summon him with your Super Nimble Mega Hamster, and he's pretty good in that aspect. But I don't like his milling effect. I don't like it because all I mill with the milling effect are things like Nimble Momonga and my Tingnoster, the things that spam cards, and I don't like to get rid of the things that spam cards. So I just never got anything good from it, so I took it out. Next, Tree Otter. If you flip up your 10-10, you can special summon a Tree Otter and then make a monster gain 1000 attack, then go into a number 64, and then you get a stronger token from that. So that's always pretty good. And then Uniflora. Uniflora is used when you don't have anything but beast monsters in your grave, and you can destroy it in order to special summon something like your Kalantosa, and then you get to pop a card. And that's good and all, but the thing is, I have all these cards like Plague Spreader and Junk Synchron and Gen X Ally Birdman that get in the grave and then they stop you from using it. And then I have Thor, Lord of the Aesir, and he's a beast warrior, and then it stops me, and then it doesn't work. So, that's why I took Uniflora out. Yellow Baboon, Archer of the Forest, much like Green Baboon, Defender of the Forest. He's just too big to normal summon, and he's just bad. You get to special summon him when one of your monsters is destroyed by banishing 2. This does not work with Closed Forest. Closed Forest sucks when you play Yellow Baboon, Archer of the Forest. Therefore, I don't play Yellow Baboon, Archer of the Forest. Bad? Bad. You should feel bad. Foolish Burial, used with the Nimble Angler. Doesn't have much use now that I took out a Nimble Angler. Pride of the Weak. You can play this card. It can work when you have that Closed Forest out and you have any of your level 2 monsters. You get to, if you have no hand, draw 2 cards, which is good sometimes. But a lot of the time, I still have a hand, so then it's not good. Fiendish Chain is in there. It's because if I'm not playing the Obedience Scold, I am playing the Fiendish Chain. And in fact, before this got the little TCG symbol up there, that's what I was playing, was triple Fiendish Chain. Next, Black Rose Dragon. You can put it in there. You can put it in the extra deck if you want to take anything out. It's just another level 7 you can go into instead of Voltic Bicorn. The only problem is when you summon the Ponpoko and then you summon the Egotistical Ape, you cannot go into this because it's not a beast. Just remember that. Also, a lot of the time you're destroying your own cards, so that's why I don't play it in my extra deck anymore. Next, Naturia Beast. A lot of cards are Earth. That's Earth. I can talk about it all day how most of the cards are Earth. And so Naturia Beast, you can go into it pretty easily. It's also a beast. Also, you get to negate your opponent's spell cards. I just never seemed to be able to go into it, so I just took it out. Next, your Thunder Unicorn. Beast type tuner plus non-tuner monster. It's another good card with your Lightning Tricorn because you get to bring it out when Lightning Tricorn dies. I just didn't think it had that great of an effect. You get to make one of your opponent's monsters weaker. Just one. And then only Thunder Unicorn can attack. So I didn't think that was good enough. Anyways, this is my low-level beast deck. I hope I explained it well enough. This is getting to be a really, really long recording. Anyways, just have a nice day, guys. And remember to stay beautiful.